170 kilometres on the menu today between Saint-Etienne and Brioude, the hometown of Romain Bardet. Another bumpy affair with 3 categorised climbs, the last of them coming just 13k from the finish line. It was perfect terrain for a breakaway to go all the way, and they didn't hang around. 14 riders up front, including some serious heavy hitters. Edvald Boasson Hagen, Tony Martin, Oliver Nassen, Jasper Stuyven, Simon Clark, Daryl IMPEY and plenty more. Romain Sicard and Anthony Delaplace flying the flag for the French on Bastille Day. Well, Marc Soler decided that he wanted to be a part of it as well. The Movistar man successfully bridging the gap on the day's first Category 1 climb, so 15 riders at the front. Rui Costa also tried his luck, but it wasn't to be for the 2013 world champion, who was forced to sit up and drop back to the peloton. Well, the peloton led by De Koenig Quickstep, but they weren't having to work too hard to defend Julian Alaphilippe's yellow jersey. No GC threat from the men up front. They were happy to keep the gap at around 10 minutes. So the breakaway group of 15 riders are guaranteed to go all the way. Most of them, though, were keen to avoid a reduced bunch sprint, and consequently the attacks weren't long in coming. Ivan Garcia having a go and followed by Stuyven and Tiesj BENOOT. Well, that move was quickly shut down, but Lucas Pustelberger countered and managed to pull away. The Austrian, who is a former carpenter, would get around 40 seconds clear. But he too was caught on the final climb, which was harder than the Category 3 rating suggested. 3.6 kilometres at 7.2%. BENOOT kicking on with Nicolas Roche, and they were joined by Daryl IMPEY. 4 more riders chasing: Nassen, Soler, Stuyven and Jan TRATNIK, but they wouldn't make it as Roche was distanced by IMPEY and BENOOT. So in the end, a 2-man battle for victory, with the South African champion IMPEY the clear favourite on paper.
BENOOT tries to jump. IMPEY senses the arrival of Tiesj BENOOT. Tiesj BENOOT has got himself out in front. Could he defy the odds? IMPEY is fighting his way back. He gets home. It's IMPEY who wins. It's celebration for all of South Africa.
Well, an emotional Daryl IMPEY taking victory for Mitchelton Scott, with the GC favourites rolling over the line 16 minutes and 25 seconds later. BENOOT simply didn't have the firepower in the final sprint. TRATNIK beating Nassen and Stuyven to 3rd place.
You know, I haven't actually been that emotional at the finish line for a long time, so it's fantastic to win at this level, you know, Tour de France. I think the last stage victory for South Africa was Robbie Hunter in 2007, so it's been a long time between drinks, and to win on Bastille Day, that's fantastic. That's a magic memory.
Well, what a moment for IMPEY. Only the 2nd South African to claim an individual stage victory on the Tour, 12 years after Robbie Hunter. The 34-year-old won a team time trial with Orica Greenedge, now Mitchelton Scott, in 2013, and actually became the first African to wear the yellow jersey a few days later. This, though, is his first solo stage win on any of the 3 Grand Tours. No changes in the top 10 overall. Alaphilippe stays in yellow, with Thibaut Pinot still the highest placed of the GC contenders in 3rd. Tim Wellens keeps hold of the polka dot jersey ahead of his teammate Thomas de Gendt. There were no points for Peter Sagan today, but he's still 60 clear of Michael Matthews in the green jersey standings. And Giulio Ciccone stays in white as the best young rider. In the end, no Bastille Day fireworks for Alaphilippe today, but he'll be in yellow again as we head to Albi on stage 10.